Hello. It has been a while and I knew it would be and I'm not happy about it, but we're here. I have been trying to exercise where I can. I think I mentioned on Sunday I walked to and from work. I did a bunch of squats today to try and strengthen whatever muscles that strengthens. Trying to take care of my knee, trying to deal with all of it. But the plan tomorrow, what I would really love to do is as soon as I wake up, I purposely bought, finally, almost a year into my running journey, I've bought some bananas. So my plan tomorrow morning, as soon as I wake up, is to eat a banana and then to, warm up, put sun cream on, all that, allow sort of half an hour to an hour. And then ideally do 19 kilometers, 19. However, we are in the middle of another heat wave, which is really, really frustrating. So I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna run, but if I feel like I am dying, which I am very likely to, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna come home and I'm just gonna take what I can, because working in the heat means your body works harder anyway, and so it will be a form of training. But for example, today it was 32 degrees. So if I can't do 19 kilometers in 32 degrees, if I can't even do 5, I'm not gonna be too upset. So we'll see what the morning is actually like, but that's what I'm hoping to achieve tomorrow. Fingers crossed. It is 8:24. I've painfully got up. It is already 21 degrees. I'm gonna have a banana and then let it settle and then go for a run. Hello. I've probably got another 10 to 15 minutes before I'm gonna start warming up. I've put on sun cream and I'm so not looking forward to this run. Like, I'm already so warm and sweaty, and yeah, I think this is gonna be tough. I am gonna try and do the full 19, but we will see. The only thing that's keeping me going at this point is knowing that when I'm done with the run, I can shower and I can wash my hair. I've been putting off washing my hair for 2 days just for this run, and I can rest and recover and all that. And it is a really good practice for the actual race day. I don't think I told you, on Monday we received our participant guides. I haven't read through all of it, but I do know that my starting time is around 9:45. I think I need to get there around 9, but that's when I'm supposedly going to be starting the race. And I think by the time I start today, it'll be around 9:15. So I feel like that's really good, because even if it's hot, that gives me a really good idea of what it's going to be like on race day. And having said that out loud, that's actually earlier than I thought I would be starting, which means I should, if I do the full thing, should be home by 12:15, I reckon. And that means I've got a good few hours before work, rather than rushing to shower and change and everything. So that's quite nice too. I've taken out some rice. We had some rice left over, so it was frozen, but I've taken it out to defrost, and I think I'm gonna have egg fried rice when I get back. But then Wayne also last night, you'll see this in a vlog, he bought some donuts and a full-on cake. So if I want something sugary to pick me up, I'll have these waiting for me. I'm trying to drink loads of water, trying. My thoughts on the banana, right? I make it sound like I've never had a banana before, but listen, it's so easy to eat, which I appreciate. Cereal always feels like an effort to me, because you're chewing and it takes time to eat a bowl of cereal and blah, blah, blah. Whereas a banana, 3 bites and you're done. Not quite, but you know what I mean. I don't love the flavor, but I will brush my teeth anyway before I go out. As in the residue flavor in my mouth. And I can already feel something's a bit funny in my whole everything. But that could also be from something I had last night. I had a smoothie last night, which I've only done once before. We had some noodles and vegetables with quite a lot of ginger paste, so maybe that is going to cause something. We had some ice cream. Not that I think that should make a huge difference, but something to be aware of. So we'll see how long I last. I'm a bit nervous because my plan, and this feels absolutely wild, and the crazy thing is, it's the same distance more or less that I've been doing, but I've obviously been trying to stay local. But my plan is to run all the way to Regent's Park, which is far. Really far. But ideally, I want to run there, a lap there, and then run back. That's kind of my plan. But then equally, I'm away from home, so if something happens, I can't just be at home. And actually, I think in Regent's Park itself, it's fine, because they do have facilities and people and whatnot. But it's running there and back. And I don't like roads, because I don't like having to stop for roads. So we'll see if I carry that out. I'm so sure there was something else I was going to say to you, but I have forgotten now. So I will leave it and I will come back if I remember. I've remembered. I was going to say that on this occasion I am going to bring my oyster with. I don't usually, but it just means that if something happens, I can just get home reasonably quickly, hopefully. Right. Gonna take another 10 minutes or so and then start warming up. Oh, hello. I'm wearing what I think I'm gonna wear for race day. It's actually what I've worn the last few times for runs, for my longer ones especially, and I think this is sort of the go-to now. I've got all my stuff prepared behind me to take with me. Water, phone, tissues, oyster, sweets. I think that's it. tissues, did I say that? It's 9:15, I'm gonna do a quick warm up but thorough, and then I'm gonna go. It's so warm. Let me check the weather. It's currently 22. At 10 o'clock it goes up to 23 and sunny, no clouds. And then by 11 and 12 it's 25, 26 degrees. So not fun, but we're just gonna do our best. Theoretically, 10 o'clock should be at least like a 5K. So I should be able to hopefully get a 5K in before it gets too crazy. Although it's already quite sunny and I can't really see any clouds, so that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna warm up and then go. Help me. Help me. Am I fooling myself? Right. I've made it to Regent's Park. I'm just over 8 kilometers and I'm really struggling. And initially I was really disappointed, but then I've just remembered, like, I've not run in 10 days and it's hot. So I need to be kind to myself. The only thing is I can't believe I have to do more than double this. As in, I need to do it again and more. Oh, it's tough. I don't know how long I'll stay in the park. I think I'm going to want to go back closer to home soon because I just want to have the comfort. I am wearing a bandage around my knee just to like help support it, although it's a very light bandage and my knee is sore. It's not terrible, but it's sore. So we're going to do what we can. We're going to keep going as much as we can. And hopefully, even if I have to walk the next 11 kilometers, I'll do it. Okay, I've hit 10 kilometers and in an hour 15, I think, just over. So not bad actually, but I've still got 9 to go, which is not fun. Right, I feel like I've just hit, well, I'm just over 11 kilometers. I feel like the first 10 kilometers are gonna have been mostly running with a little bit of walking. And I think the second 9 kilometers are gonna be mostly walking with a tiny little bit of running in between. Like, I think in that last kilometer, I maybe did 200 meters of running and everything else was walking. Look, we're doing what we can. If I even make it to 19, I'll be pleased because, oh, it's hard. When I warmed up, I forgot to do my hips, which I didn't realize until about a kilometer ago, but I can now really feel the effects of having not warmed them up because they're very sore and tight. But just got to keep pushing through. We're over 12 now, and when I get home I will do all sorts of stretches and whatnot. Also, it's not been long since that last clip, but I've just crossed the road and I've realised I have no idea where I'm meant to be exiting. I've done all this without a map so far, and I know I should be exiting soonish, but I have no idea where, so I may end up doing more than 19 today. Oh my goodness, I did 20 kilometers. Oh, it's so hot, so sweaty, I need water. I'm in pain, but I did 20 kilometers, that's mad, in under 3 hours. So that, well, I'll talk about it more, but I think I'll be able to do the half marathon in under 3 hours. I need water, I need rest, I need stretches. Hello, my hair is a mess, everything is a mess, it's fine. I've just tried to do a cool down, but it's so hard because everything feels so sore and not even tight, but like, I don't know. I can't explain it. From about 1.5 kilometers, like the last 1.5 kilometers of this run, I could feel like something weird was going on with my legs, and it's not a pain necessarily, but it was uncomfortable and it made it harder. It felt really, really heavy, both my legs and my feet and everything. So that was weird and not fun, and I've not had that before. But then also, this is I think the first time ever that my feet are actually sore. And I know this pain from when I used to do hospitality work and, you know, would stand for 10 hours. Sorry, battery died. Yeah, I know this pain, the feet pain from when I worked hospitality and did, you know, 10-hour shifts where you're just on your feet all day without a break. And it is that kind of pain and tension. And I don't have like a tennis ball or something. I think that would be really, really good, but I don't have that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put some Voltaren gel on my knee where the pain always is. And then I'm gonna eat something, even though that's not what I would usually want to do next. Usually I would want to shower first. Because my only breakfast was a banana and then I've had a couple of Sour Patch Kids since, and that's all I've eaten. I think I'm gonna get some rice and egg in me and then shower, change, everything else. My legs are so sore. It's like really uncomfortable. It's like, usually when it's sore I can stretch it out and that's it. But this is like, it's almost like pins and needles, but not. Like a cramped version of pins and needles. It's not fun. Anyway, I'm gonna keep trying to move and yeah, just figure it out. I'll talk to you guys later. Hello, I am gonna sit down in a moment and properly talk through this run, but it's been about 5 hours since I've got home and I've walked to and from work and I've gone up some stairs and down some stairs. And currently how I'm feeling is my knee is sore, but not terrible. I actually thought it would be a lot worse, but I don't really know what the muscle's called. It's like the inside of my pelvis, like the inside of my hip, but not the outside. Does that make any sense? It's very, very sore and like very tight. I feel like I'm trying to do it now as I'm talking to you. I need to like open it up. And again, that definitely just comes from not having warmed it up, but it's very uncomfortable. So I'm gonna see if I can do something to alleviate a little bit of that discomfort. And then we will sit down and have a chat. It's so warm. But the hair wash today did a good job. I did try out a new shampoo, but I actually don't think that's what's caused it. I think just my method of applying stuff worked. Anyway, let's talk about this run. This was tough. I liked going to Regent's Park, doing a lap there and coming back. That felt good. And especially coming back, I did end up, as I said, doing 20 instead of 19. But it was nice to not think about the distance anymore, because at that point I just need to get home. And like that felt good, because I was just like, it doesn't matter how fast, it doesn't matter like anything else, I just need to get home. Also, I didn't have to stop for cars. I stopped for cars once, but every other time, either I was lucky and there were no cars and I could just cross, or if I had to stop, I would sort of walk up the street and then back down until it was ready for me to cross. There was only one time where I was stuck on an island in the middle of the road, but that was really close to the end, so like, that's fine. The first kilometre felt okay. The second kilometre felt really tough. I genuinely said to myself, like, I just need to get to 2 kilometres without stopping at this point. But then once I hit the 2, it then felt a little bit easier again. And maybe I was going downhill at that point. I'm not sure, but I think that might have been the case. And then again, when it was getting close to 4, I was like, I'm going to have to stop at 4. And then I just kept running and I made it to 5 without stopping. Not perfect, not as good as I would have liked. I really was hoping to be further than this by now. But again, it's been 10 days since I last ran. It is very hot and humid today. We did what we could. And actually, I need to check, but I think my speed for the 5K wasn't bad. I feel like the average might have been under 7, which would be good. And then I would say for the next 5 kilometers, I was really trying to focus on running as much as possible. So initially what I did, like when I hit the 5th kilometer, I think I took maybe 200 to 300 meters to walk, and then I ran the rest of the kilometer. And I did the same, definitely, I think for the 6th and 7th, and maybe even 8th. I think at one point the order went a bit funny and it wasn't exactly like that, but I definitely tried to run majority for those 10 kilometers, or the next 5. But once I hit 10, it was just like anything goes at this point. And generally my aim was to do between 150 to 300 meters of running per kilometer, and the rest could be walking. I was willing to accept that. There was 1 kilometer where I suddenly found this boost of energy and I ran, I think, like 500 to 600 meters, and I was thrilled, but that definitely wasn't average. That being said, like, I'm looking at this, and also even just by doing the maths, I'm pretty pleased with the average time. So the run time, the total run time, was 2 hours and 44 minutes, and that's for 20 kilometers. I only need to do 1.1 more to reach the half marathon. I think I can do that in less than 16 minutes, which makes me think that the under 3 hour goal is realistic. I'm gonna have to work for it, definitely, but it doesn't seem impossible, which is nice, because at one point I was very worried it would be. And my average pace was 8 minutes 13, which I don't think that's bad, considering I did 20 kilometers. And the height was 88 meters, and I'm pretty sure the half marathon's gonna go up to like 60 or something, so that's also great to see. And guess what, guys? I got my PR on the 20K, would you believe it? What I'm curious about is the 10K, because that was an hour 15, and I don't know where that falls on Strava, if I'm gonna get a medal for it. But I'm also curious about the 5K. Let's have a look. Oh, okay. Fastest 20K, obviously. Fastest 10 mile, which I've done once before in my last run. Second fastest 15K, which is interesting. Second fastest 10K, according to this, so third fastest in real life, because my 10K run was faster than anything I tracked on Strava. Also my second fastest 5K, again, according to Strava. And that was at 33 minutes and 51 seconds, so an average pace of 6:46. Pretty pleased with that. Although with the 5K, it's really hard to be sure, because I think I did some faster ones according to my Nike Run app, but I learnt in hindsight that my Nike Run app wasn't measuring distances correctly, which is why I switched over to Strava. But I'm pretty pleased with like all those figures, really. So yeah, the first 5 were all under 7. Wonderful. My first one was 6:09 apparently. That's crazy. My 6th was 8:10, my 7th was 7:37, my 8th was 8:13, my 9th was 8:35, my 10th was 8:13 again, and then almost everything else is in the 9s. The 12th is in 7:52, awesome. And actually the 14th, the 15th and the 17th are all around 8:33, 8:38. So actually really not bad. There you can see the whole graph as always. So yeah, this was a tough one. This was a really tough one, but I am so proud of myself. Like every part about this, I'm so proud of myself. It was hot. I ended up doing 20 kilometers, which is crazy. I went to Regent's Park, which I did love. I did enjoy that. I went before work. I went as soon as I got up. Well, as soon as I got up and ate and everything, but I didn't allow myself to hesitate or anything. And what I was thinking about today during the run and after when I got home, I know when I was doing the 10K training, often I was talking about like the mental strength and, you know, the mentality of you can do so much more than you realize. But what I felt today was more along the lines of like not letting my mentality towards something be a barrier. I don't enjoy running. I didn't want to go out for a run today. On my days off, usually I would never go out. And yet I did it. I just did it. And I've had that a few times, you know, many a time after work, for example. Usually I just want to crash after work. But no, I have been going on runs. And I think that mentality of like, I can be doing something more productive, which isn't always healthy. But for me, the last few weeks has felt maybe not healthy, but good. Because like, otherwise I'm just watching YouTube videos and I'm going to do that this evening anyway. You know, like I'm still going to have my downtime. And absolutely, you should have downtime. But I'm not spending my whole day off in bed on my computer. And like, it's so nice to know that I can. And I really think after this half marathon, I'm going to be done with like running and especially distances. But I do think after I've properly recovered and everything, that I will hopefully go out for like a 5K or even a 3K or, you know, anything just to get my body moving, get myself outside, because I really try to avoid the outside world where possible. And just do something that is good for my body, moving it, you know, getting it running. And you know, I think it's cool to know that I can. And that's my takeaway at the moment. But I am very ready to be done with this half marathon. So the game plan, I haven't like properly formulated a plan, but kind of what I'm thinking in my head, because obviously I've been thinking about it. I think next week I want to try and do the half marathon distance. I think I've got next Wednesday morning off, so I could maybe do it then or in one of the evenings. Depends a little bit on the weather. Let me check my calendar so I'm getting the dates all right. Yeah, so that's next week. Oh my gosh, and then I've only got 2 more weeks. But then I think the week after that, the week starting the 25th, I think I want to do either one 10K or maybe 2 5Ks in the week, or maybe one 5K and one 10K, but like shorter runs, but 2 of them. And ideally get that 10K without stopping. That's like, I think one of the big focuses for me. So that's the week of the 25th, what I'm hoping to do. And then the week of the half marathon, I think on the Monday, I would like to, after work, again, do maybe a 5K or a 10K, nothing more than that, and then just rest, recover, maybe do some stretches and strengthening, but nothing else the rest of the week. That's kind of what I'm expecting of the next few weeks. Obviously with some strength training, hopefully dotted in between, and continuing the stretches for my legs, my leg, especially my knee. But like, that's kind of how I'm seeing the last 3 weeks of training going. It's going to depend how my knee feels. It's going to depend on the weather. It's going to depend on my time off, because I don't think I have loads of time off. But that's kind of what I want to be doing. I think next week I want to do the half marathon distance if I can. And then I really want to taper back, like right back. But we'll see. I'm going to end this video here, but I will document whatever I choose to document in the next video. And then we'll be on race day, basically. More or less, not quite. I think there'll be 3 more videos. That's what I'm expecting. No. A video a week? No, maybe not. It depends how many runs I end up doing. Between 2 and 3 videos, I think. Crazy. Also, sorry, just to quickly touch upon my fueling for today, because I did something so different to usual. I'm so glad I did this in the morning as well, because it gives me such a good sense of how race day hopefully will go. So big fan of the banana in the morning. And then what I did was every 5K, I had a little bit of water and like 3 to 4 Sour Patch Kids. I think there was one other kilometer where I did have a little tiny sip of water. I think maybe around the 13th or the 14th kilometer. But that was kind of my structure. Now, I wish I had a little bit more water with me. I don't think I needed loads, but just a little bit. I think 3 to 4 Sour Patch Kids was right. My stomach felt good. Didn't need to use the toilets at all, which was good. I really want to get through the race without needing the toilets. But yeah, everything else felt good. The only thing really is I wasn't like hugely in the mood for food when I got home, but I knew that I had to, so I did. But I wasn't ravenous or anything. I was just kind of like, I think because I was shaky on my legs and my whole body felt funny, I just wasn't like in the mood. But I was thirsty. I was very thirsty. But But the good thing is, I think around every 5 kilometers is where the water stations are. So that's really useful to know. I think I will still bring my little one just so that I've got it on me, you know, in between those water stations. But it's useful to know that I'll have those stationed approximately like what I did today. And I can't remember where I saw this. I think it was Philly Bowden, is that her name? She's like a marathon runner and aiming to be in the Olympics and whatever else. I think she said in one of her videos, even if you don't drink the water, throw it over yourself. And I definitely felt that today. I was like, if I had enough water, if I could top it up, which probably you can somewhere in Regent's Park, but I didn't know where and I didn't want to get lost. Well, not lost, whatever. Distracted. But I would have loved to throw some water over me. So I think that's something that that's a piece of advice I'll be taking into race day. Anyway, this has been long. Thank you for listening to me. I am going to end this here. Once again, though, if you do want to donate, we're so close. My target is £7.50 and I think we're on like £6.90, I think, at the moment. So if you're able to donate anything, maybe £20 for 20 kilometers or £2 for a tenth of 20 kilometers, like anything, I will take it. It's not for me, it's for a charity. The link, as always, will be below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you hopefully soon. Bye!